Hey, what up? Got a new topic today. The importance of family. Now, this topic has really been on my mind lately, and I don't know why. So I guess I gotta display these thoughts to the universe because this is some really crucial stuff. So, it used to be that men would work and women would create and raise children. And they could work, on the side too, but it wasn't a priority. You know what I mean? It wasn't their go-to. You feel me? And nowadays that whole thing has shifted. Why? Because in our capitalistic society, the more workers there are, the lower the cost of labor. So of course, companies have issued propaganda in all forms, the media, TV, music, everything, to get mainly women out of the home and into the workplace, so that at the end of the day, labor costs could go down, and there's been all this demonization of quote unquote house moms, or mothers that take care of the home, to the point where many young women are ashamed to even say that that is a desire that they have. They simply always, whenever I ask young women today, what are you doing with your life? What do you want to do? It's always some, career related. It's always some job related. I rarely ever hear a woman say, I want to create a family, which is biologically the purpose of women. That is why women are so valuable, because they have the ability to carry on our species. They as in, we are valuable too as men, but we can't have babies. You know what I mean? That is an extremely vital and important role. You feel me? So what this society has done is that it has everyone working. It has everyone trying to get an education to compete with one another. Now you have men and women competing against each other in the workplace, and that causes all kinds of problems, because now everyone needs to get all these degrees, needs to get all these schooling, needs to do all this stuff just to be in the workplace, while giving up the prime years of creating children and creating a family. Now, people might not, see it as anything right now, but there are a lot of detrimental consequences to this. The first being that these years that have been given up, these, 20s, where men and women used to come together and start their families at this time, now that it's being postponed, families aren't being started anymore. And instead, but people still have, the biological, incentive to procreate. So now you have everybody hooking up and everyone having these low-level connections with sex that are most of the times purely based on physicalities or purely based on shallow things. You know what I mean? Back in the day, when there were regulations around this stuff, where people held each other accountable, it was you had to be really sure about the partner you chose. You had to be really sure about, because there was no contraceptives, there was no, there was no birth control, which destroys women's hormonal system, but I'm not really going to get into that. And there was no, free-flowing society that said, oh yeah, everything's okay. You know what I'm saying? You can cheat on everybody. You can do all that stuff, So people were very, very cautious about the people they chose as partners, which held for much longer lasting relationships, much longer lasting families were created, many children were created, and our species was continued. You feel me? And it was continued and thriving. That's how we built this beautiful civilization, because we had a thriving families. We had thriving kids that came out of two-parent households. You know what I mean? And in, ancient African cultures, men and multiple women, or women would have multiple husbands, whatever. But at the end of the day, they were committed to each other. It was commitments. You feel me? That lasted lifetimes, that built great things. And it all started with great families. Now that this has been, ransacked, and we have the current state that we have right now, many people are ending up alone. Let me tell you why it's not good that this is happening. All right, because one, you have all these people that think it's great to just sleep around, live around, you know what I'm saying, in these times. But we've seen time and time again how this damages people, especially women. I'm gonna tell you right now, no man, no, sane man wants a used up woman. I'm gonna just be dead real. You know what I mean? Because they literally have psychological problems. The vast majority have problems, mental problems, that nobody wants to deal with. You know what I mean? Because of what they've done to themselves and what they've done to their body. And as far as men these days are so weak. All I see is these pleasure-driven men that are willing to do anything to receive pleasure, to where they're over here, paying OnlyFans accounts and all. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do what y'all want to do. You know what I'm saying? Over here watching porn and wasting the precious seed on digital pixelated images. What kind of weak shit is that, man? Please tell me. You know what I mean? And over here being puppy dogs for, women, because they just want the pussy so bad. You know what I mean? That's men have become so weak, bro. And this has in turn caused women to constantly be promiscuous, because they cannot find a man with strength. They cannot find a man with true strength. All they see are these weak men. Yeah, they might show slivers of strength here and there. They're like, oh, maybe this is it. And then they get with the man and they find out he's just like the rest. So there they go, hopscotching to the next guy. And this destroys men. This destroys women. This destroys everybody, man. And you got all these people ending up out here alone. You know what I mean? What are you gonna do when you 80 something and you sick, but you ain't got no kids? You don't got nobody that care about you. Yeah, you might have friends, but nobody care about you like family. We all know this. Nobody really care like family. And then on top of that, you got women that's out here, you know what I'm saying, giving they young, fertile years when they're at their most beautiful, most fertile, most able to reproduce. They're giving that energy to these companies that can spit them out at any time. It's crazy, man. They're giving instead of giving this energy to a family that they created, that will always be theirs. You know what I mean? When they're 50, 60, 80, they'll always have their kids. They'll always have their family. They're giving that energy to these companies. They're giving that energy to these jobs that at any day could fire them. And all their energy is gone, except the money, the quote-unquote money that they got. But what are they really going to do? That money can go too. Once they got to buy food and buy rent, that money's gone too. So what did they really just use their energy on? You feel me? Look, I got to come at y'all with these videos sometimes, because the real got to be spat, man. The real got to be fucking spat, man. Because, this shit is ridiculous, man. I'm tired of seeing all these depressed people every day I walk around, And, I see a lot of, depression, man. But let me tell you how all this can be fixed. All this can be fixed very simply. Every human being out here, especially if you heard this video, stay true to yourself. Stay true to what you really want. Stop settling for stuff. Stop settling for stuff just because one society told you to, or stop settling stuff because you think it's right, but you know deep down what's really right. I think everybody know deep down who they really belong with. Everybody know deep down who their soul feels most comfortable with. And if you out here like denying that and going with other stuff, you know what I'm saying? And like basically denying your truth, denying what your soul has already set up for you, you in for pain. Like it's just the natural order of things. Like, and I don't want that pain for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want everybody out here living their highest timelines, their highest life. So stop settling for any BS. Anything that you don't resonate with, stop settling for it. Live your highest life. We get this chance in this body once, for all I know. So let's use it to the maximum. You know what I mean? Let's create the best life that we can create out here. But yeah, it's really the vlog for today. Not really the happiest thing, but the stuff really had to be said. You feel me? But I really love y'all. Y'all stay blessed, stay loved, and like, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? If you feel me, and talk about it in the comments. Like, let's think about some solutions, man. Like, cause this stuff got to be fixed, man. But I really love y'all. Stay blessed, stay loved. Wave Squad, deuce.